Well, good morning.
Hey guys.
I'm back with the morning crew. They kicked me out last week. I wasn't feeling well. So I'm back.
You?
So I'm back. And I want to thank everybody. These guys are awesome. I looked at the replay. I couldn't stay up throughout the entire shows because Jeremy would douse me with pain medicine. And
But in his place, that's what she was doing.
and I didn't want to go to the hospital because every time I go, they keep me for 5 days, and I didn't want to leave him with the kids by himself, and so I toughened it out. But we're gonna go to the doctor and figure it out, eventually. But I want to welcome everybody in, and I want to thank these amazing guys because Scott almost got arrested in the casino.
That was rough. Okay, so listen. So here's the thing. I haven't even told my co-host this, right? So here's the thing. So I received a supreme directive after that live on Friday night.
Oh my goodness.
From my wife.
Oh, okay.
Who said you are not allowed to do the casino run anymore because you cannot afford to get kicked off a ship.
Right.
That's right.
No. She didn't mean that shit. She meant from the
from the yacht club. Right. Yeah. I could read straight through that, Scott.
YMCA, baby. YMCA.
Yeah.
We got you.
There will be no more casino runs on Friday nights.
Unfortunately.
Well, they have I saw a poster of you at the door. So yeah.
They looking for you.
I mean, because normally they just walk past, but they'd walk after me saying, sir, no cameras. But this guy was like, if I get my hands on you, I'm gonna break your camera. Kind of like he was like fuming about it, right? I was like, all right, so yeah. So and I had to like jump over chairs and everything else. I haven't even gone back to look at the replay because I was so busy yesterday. When we got off the ship yesterday, we took our 45-minute Uber ride to New Jersey, and when we got there, we discovered we had run over a nail. Ooh. So our one tire was flat. So at 8:30 in the morning in New Jersey on a Sunday, we had to try to find some place that was going to be open soon so that we could get the tire plugged. So we were able to find some place and get the tire plugged within like 20 minutes, and we were back on the road. And I was already planning on driving down to Philadelphia rather than just driving straight home from New York, or from New Jersey. So that was going to add another hour. Then when I got home, of course, I had stuff to do and everything else. So I haven't even gone back to look at the replay, but in my mind's eye, I can remember it being one of the most difficult casino run situations I've ever been in. So otherwise, no more casino runs. Sorry, people. Hope you enjoyed the ones in the past.
Until we got into the celebrity.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome into Go Live Together. We are your morning team. I'm Jeremy. This is Cheryl. Up top is Eddie and Scott. And we want to welcome everybody who has came in for the replay. We always appreciate you guys coming back for the replay. If you are here for that reason, please indicate in the comments section by typing the word #replay. Otherwise, for those of you that are here right now, good morning and welcome in Traveling with Tinkerbell. And she says, good morning, everyone. Wishing you all a great day. It is a nice warm morning in Florida, 72 degrees. 7 days till cruise day. That's a good countdown. Yep. And thank you for that donation of fairies, butter toast, and bananas. Cruise Nuts has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
Yes, Scott Smith, driving and listening. Good morning.
Good morning.
Next up in the chat is none other than our friend, your friend and mine, Eddie Lugo Studios.
Oh my gosh, where's my Eddie Lugo Studios button? I tell you, I gotta sync these things up because if I don't, I forget where the buttons are from one to the other.
Viva la raza!
I love it. And let's see. Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And yeah, I think the Helen meetup is coming up real soon. So I know y'all are excited about that. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have made it in. Good morning.
Yeah.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh.
Hey, Angel.
And ahoy there, Captain Billy J. Travels has made it into the chat. Hello, welcome. Oh, snap. Here go to First Lady. Speaking of which, the one with the directive. Good morning, y'all. Elizabeth has made it into the house.
Good morning.
Yes. And, oh, we were talking about this, Captain. It says, Cheryl, did you see the Temu commercial during the Super Bowl?
I did.
They were giving away a lot of free gifts and discount codes on Temu. And we are so very sorry. We've been calling it the wrong name this whole time. And right in the middle of the game, I called Eddie about it. And I'm like, did you hear the way they're pronouncing this place? It's not Temu, it's Temu. So, yeah, I know. That was crazy.
Listen, tomato.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Temu's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leonard Family Fun has came in with the day of the day, and it says, good morning and happy National Football Hanover Day and National Plum Pudding Day.
Plum pudding.
Plum pudding.
Yes.
Never seen that stuff. Do you have to like home make it, or is it something that is a little less widely available? I haven't seen plum pudding yet.
Whatever.
It sounds good though. Cruiserman Keith has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up?
Yes. And yes, everybody saw that. Oof, that Temu commercial. Elizabeth said he is on his own if he does it.
Well,
yeah.
We don't have bail money. The morning team does not have bail money.
She's like, listen, you're a cruise vlogger. Can you afford to get banned from a cruise ship?
Right.
Like,
oh,
probably not.
I mean, if for somebody fishing out of their own balcony, imagine what they could do to Scott.
And Mike Arietta says, I saw the Coors Light commercial with you in it, Captain Billy J.
I saw these captain's hats on Maravilla. First thing I thought of was you, Captain.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Elizabeth says she told you that they could have tracked you down using the ship cameras, and you don't want it. She didn't want security knocking on the door.
But security would have to be able to get into Yacht Club in order to knock on my door, and you need that special, you need that special card. That I got it over here. You need that special.
Yeah, because they're from the other side.
Yes, they're from the other side.
They're from Gen Pop, right?
Gen Pop.
They're from Gen Pop. I told you that was the crazy. When she said, I just looked at her. I was like, how do you even know that word? I'm like, what the hell? Right? Like, how do you even know
that? Kathy Mills has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And she says, good morning, soggy but 60 near Charlotte today, working from home. Yay.
Same here in Atlanta.
Yep. Okay, he won another sweepstakes. Man, Captain Billy.
He be winning, I tell you.
All the time. And let's see. Oh, Hangover, National Football Hangover Day. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all.
Yeah, when I saw Hanover, I thought, that's a town in southern Pennsylvania where they make potato chips and pretzels.
Right?
And Hannah loves those Hanover pretzels.
Yes.
Alex too.
Midlife Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Najima Brown has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. We are all caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for me to show you the visitor that we have in town today. And it is none other than our friend, the Carnival Breeze, all zoomed up. And as you can see, she's getting reprovisioned and restocked up with guests who are going to enjoy their cruise out of Galveston. And today, if you are in town, we are waking up to 47 degrees, which is unheard of for us. It's cold out there. If you are with 71% humidity and windy, it is kind of windy outside, which makes it extra cold. If you are sailing away on this beautiful ship today, it is going to be 57 degrees with 53% humidity and windy, and that is your sail away forecast for the Carnival Breeze. And then I'm wondering where the other ships were, so I pulled up this tab. And it appears that the Dream is in Key West, Florida. The Jubilee is in Cozumel. The Prima is in Harvest Cay, Belize. At sea, you got the Regal Princess and the Harmony of the Seas. And the Voyager of the Seas is in Costa Maya, Mexico.
Wow.
Costa Maya.
I love Costa Maya. It is awesome. Matter of fact, that's the next thing that I'm working on for the channel is our day in Costa Maya and the extremely long sea day that we had before we got there. I didn't realize because I put everything in date order and realized that we had a lot of ship footage before that day in Costa Maya, and I forgot that we showed up late. So I'm like, it might have to be a half vlog, like partial sea day and then go into port. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. But yeah, that's the next one. House of X Entertainment Inc. has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the party.
That's right. That's right.
And I got your message, and we're going to do something for Leo.
Mm-hmm. And Mike Aranda says, if you missed the Cruise-a-thon this weekend, there's a playlist for it. Lots of great creators were a part of it, and they raised a lot of money from it.
It was, and
That'll work.
We watched Eddie and Sean and Ross, and I can't think who else was up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Keith was there.
Keith was there.
Came in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all on the same show. Captain Billy J says, how about those Ravens, Scott? Did they win last night? Oh,
wait. You made him leave.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Taylor Swift won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't like, this is what I didn't like, Captain. I didn't like Kelsey going up to the coach and, fussing at him on, I didn't like that. It appeared to be like he was privileged or something because I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
Here's a cruise countdown. Midlife Travels has 5 days until the Carnival Jubilee, and it's 40 degrees and cloudy here.
Can't wait till you come to our town.
Yeah, I hope it's going to be warmer because, today it's in the upper 40s. It's cold out there, y'all.
Yeah, bring a jacket or a sweater.
Scott McNeil has made it into the chat with a donation of fresh fruit. Thank you for those pineapples.
Yes.
And good morning. Cruising.
Good morning.
Wait, here comes your friend and mine cruising on the high seas.
And
Travel.
That's
And
right.
travel.
Yep. Good morning. And too much Taylor Swift on the screen during the Super Bowl. I agree.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, snap. That's a good raise right there. Raised $3,600 during the cruise-a-thon.
That's very good.
That'll work. Oh, and Scott's getting on the Vista in 6 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Vista has just been redone, hasn't it?
Yes.
It has.
It's just come out of dry dock, so
Yes.
very exciting.
She got a nice looking paint job. Oh, snap. Here goes your boy right here. Rob with Cruise Brothers has made it in.
What's up?
And he says, hey, Scott, how you doing?
Well, as you can see, I'm not on a cruise ship today.
Yeah, he's not in Yacht Club today.
Today.
Yeah, exactly. Leonard Family Fuzz says 12 days until the Jubilee.
Mm.
Are you waiting on your butler to come around and get your macchiato or whatever?
Listen, I don't have it here. Like you don't know. I don't know if I told you guys this, but we moved rooms 3 times. Right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, right. So and of course he moved with us, but that's not typical, right? So like normally you get a new butler or whatever, but he moved with us, so it was great, right? So he was not always on our floor or on our deck because we weren't technically on his deck. But anyway, he specifically came and found us on Saturday night. He looked everywhere in Yacht Club for us. He finally found us so that he could give me this personalized little box of chocolates.
Oh,
And he came up to me and said, and they did not call me, like on ships, they always call me Mr. Scott or whatever. But he always called me Sir Scott. Right. So he was like, Sir Scott, I have these chocolates and they're just for you or whatever. And Beth was kind of like, well, but
Right.
I was like, thank you. You know, so he was just a really great guy. Really super amazing butler. Couldn't have asked for a better attendant. So
That'll work. So we are all caught up in the chat again, which you know what that means. It is time for Jeremy Goes Bananas. And welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I try to read what happened on this day in history.
Bananas.
And we are looking at Monday, February 12th. And on this day in history, in 1554, at age 16, Lady Jane Grey, titular Queen of England, was executed in London by the order of Mary I.
Ooh.
In 1804, German philosopher Immanuel Kant died in Königsberg, Prussia, now Kaliningrad, Russia. In 1809, British naturalist Charles Darwin, who developed the theory of evolution by natural selection, was born.
Nice.
In 1851, gold was discovered in east central New South Wales, sparking Australia's first gold rush. I didn't know Australia had one of those. In 1909, the NAACP was founded.
1809. Wow.
Yep. No, 1909.
Oh, wow.
1909, my bad. In 1912, Puyi, the last emperor of China, abdicated at the end of the Chinese Revolution. In 1934, American basketball player Bill Russell, one of the greatest defensive centers in NBA history and the first black coach of a major professional American sports team, the Boston Celtics, was born. In 1953, the Egyptian government signed an agreement with Britain granting self-government for the Sudan and self-determination within 3 years for the Sudanese. In 1994, thieves broke into the National Gallery in Oslo and stole The Scream, later recovered, one of the several versions Norwegian artist Edvard Munch made of his most famous painting. In 2002, the president of Yugoslavia in 1997 to 2000 went on trial for war crimes in the Hague at the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. He died 4 years later before the trial had ended. Oh, you died while still on trial? That's crazy. In 2019, as per the terms of the Prespa Agreement, the Republic of Macedonia formally changed its name to the Republic of North Macedonia. And that will do it for On This Day in History. Okay.
Not bad.
Oh, snap. Lawn Lifters has made it in the house. What's up, Marion?
Good morning.
That's his son.
Yep. And let's see.
I wonder if they're
Mona
going on
did
a cruise.
what? Has made it in. Hello. Welcome in.
Hola.
Oh, here go Lucky again. I'm spending my master's pocketbook again. Please tell him to get me more funds or take me on a cruise ship, or we will keep on doing this until he does it. Rough. Yep.
What?
And
Hey, we got
yeah.
Hey,
We got
a super chat.
from you
And you.
and you.
Thank you.
And you.
That's
and
right,
you,
baby.
and you.
Thank you so much for the
You.
super chats.
Thank you.
Yes, Lucky is hooking us up. Will G has made it in. 5
Good
days
morning.
until the
Good
breeze.
morning.
Oh, he's gonna be in town again.
Yes, Will G.
look. There's this princess sailing on Regal that I really want to do.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves from
Texas.
Galveston. You right?
and ends in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh wow.
2 days before I get on MSC Divina.
Okay. Tanisha asked, what's your favorite and quick grab place to eat in Galveston?
Oh, I got 2. The Spot, Doc Holidays, and the old. I got 3.
Original Mexican.
Quick grab? Are those quick grab places?
No, those are not quick grab places. Quick grab places is more like I would say Panda Express or
Oh no, that's not my favorite.
You know, like
Whataburger.
fast stuff is going to be Panda Express.
That's not my favorite.
And for me, I'm thinking Taco Cabana.
Let me tell you somewhere. A food truck.
Yeah, taco trucks.
A taco truck.
We have them right there on Broadway, and believe me, you will not regret your visit to any taco.
I actually saw several of those taco trucks on Broadway.
Yes. They're all good.
To dinner that night.
They're all good. Every one of them.
All of them.
Good.
But if you want a good sit-down place, those are our 3 favorites. Original Mexican Cafe. It's at Market and 14th Street. We also have The Spot, which is at 32nd and Seawall, and Doc Holidays at 61st and Seawall.
The pork chops at Doc Holidays are to die for.
And the what is the cornbread casserole?
Cornbread casserole.
Yes, that is a must try. Absolutely. And let's see, we are all caught up in the chat again, which means that it is now time for Scott, fresh off of his yacht club cruise.
I know.
To be back down here with Gen Pop and share with everybody the cruise and travel industry news.
Good morning, cruise news from Scott for the general population.
Carnival informs guests about embarkation delay due to ceremony. It says here the new Carnival Jubilee, sister ship to the wildly popular Mardi Gras and Carnival celebration, will be officially christened on Saturday, February 24th, 2024 at Terminal 25 at the Port of Galveston in
Texas.
Because of the name ceremonies, the ship's regular embarkation will be later than typical, and guests are required to adhere to their arrival appointment windows. Carnival Cruise Lines has reached out to our guests and with a stern reminder about those arrival appointments, as well as consequences of arriving early. I wonder what those will be. Getting on the ship early. You may have heard that Carnival Jubilee's naming ceremony will be taking place on Saturday, February 24th. To ensure a smooth experience, our guests and manage all of the activities, embarkation will be a bit later than usual. Please do not arrive prior to the terminal arrival appointments, as they will be strictly enforced. Guest experience at different Carnival home ports in recent months have been varied, with some travelers reporting that arrival appointments are only general at best, and that arriving earlier than scheduled is a common practice. This time is not one of those times. However, all guests are expected to adhere to the time they selected to arrive to the terminal when checking in for their cruise. All guests who arrive outside their designated time will be asked to return. Typically, Carnival Jubilee departs at 4 p.m., but after the naming ceremony, the ship will not depart the Lone Star State home port until 8 p.m., hence the later embarkation for booked guests. Guests on the sailing date are not attending the naming ceremony, which will be held on board prior to embarkation for the next cruise. Despite the later embarkation, there is no change to the ship's itinerary, and no delays are expected as she visits Roatan as well as Costa Maya and Cozumel, Mexico. The naming festivities are planned for 10:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. on Saturday the 24th, with special media representatives. VIPs will begin boarding the ship at approximately 10:30 a.m. after the previous cruise has completely disembarked. All attendees will enjoy a lunch on the ship's larger main dining room, the Pacific restaurant on deck 6 aft, and there will be plenty of time to view public areas of the ship and enjoy her most popular features. While exact options available for the day have not been disclosed, it is likely that some staterooms may be open for tours, live music will be played, and the Bolt roller coaster, Jeremy's favorite, may be running, and other activities will be available as it is customary for a new ship when a new ship is christened. Special presentations may also be held throughout the afternoon. So it sounds like it's going to be an exciting day in Galveston. Maybe if we knew somebody who lived by who could maybe show up, try to get some footage of it. No, we'll see. Moving on, Royal Caribbean continues to cancel popular shore excursion. So cruise travelers hoping to enjoy the different features and activities of the famed Blue Lagoon in the Bahamas will not be able to book shore excursions through Royal Caribbean for several more weeks. In light of the boat incident in November of 2023, which involved a fatality when the ferry boat sank while heading to Blue Lagoon, the cruise line is canceling more tours. We continue to work with authorities to evaluate a boat incident that took place during a shore excursion in Nassau, Bahamas in late last year. Since our investigation is ongoing, we have decided to cancel all Blue Lagoon tours through March. Guests who have already booked tours to the Blue Lagoon through the cruise line will automatically receive a full refund. Those refunds will be processed within 14 days. Though different financial institutions may have different processing times. While not recommended by any cruise line, travelers could still choose to book independent arrangements to visit Blue Lagoon, as the facility has completely reopened and is offering amazing experiences for visitors.
And that's the way the news goes.
That's right. Well, Elizabeth says, you're killing me. You're killing me. You're really killing me. Mike and Rihanna says, we got lots of food trucks here, and they are so good. We even have a mini donut food truck called Donut Commander.
Oh, wow.
I would love to hit up the Donut Commander. Sure. That does sound good.
So here's the thing I always thought, like, since I've been down there, my drive down through Broadway, I saw at least 3 or 4 independent donut shops. And those are usually the shops that have like the best donuts, right?
Oh,
they do.
And I thought to myself, all this time, and you guys never said a word about it.
The best one here on the island is the Donut Palace.
That's the pink house is what we call it.
The pink donut house, because it's painted pink.
Right.
Okay. It's very hard to miss, but it is very easy to miss all at the same time. It is located at the corner or in between the corners of Broadway and 20th and Broadway and 21st. Stop there whenever you come to Galveston. You will not regret it.
No, there's always a line.
Yes, but not too long, not too bad. They got like 3 or 4 people working the front counter. They're very fast. They're very friendly. And yeah, we go there. We go across the island. We skip all of these donut shops to go to that one specifically. It's our absolute favorite. And Tanisha says, oh, great. We're staying at Spring Hill Suites on Broadway. Thanks. I love a great taco food truck. And what is your opinion of Spring Hill Suites while we're on the subject, Scott?
Yeah. So is that the only one on the island?
No,
yes.
That I stayed at? Okay.
Yes.
So I stayed at Spring Hill when I was there. My wife's a cruise snob. I'm kind of a hotel snob. So it was okay. Like, certainly comfortable. There was nothing about it that made me want to check out, for sure. Right. it's a little rough around the edges, but this is the first thing my wife and I talked about when I was showing her some of the stuff in the room. Galveston strikes me very much. I mean, well, and it is, right? But it reminds me very much of Myrtle Beach, which is obviously a really big and popular beach town, right? And I imagine during the summer that Galveston is just crazy insane with visitors, right?
Yes.
And when you have beach towns or any other type of place that has that much volume, your hotel rooms tend to get a bit beat up, right? And maintenance is probably not able to keep on top of that kind of stuff. But in any event, I felt like some of the furnishings were beat up a little bit. The armrests on the sofa were pretty disgusting looking, and I would probably not have placed my arms and hands on those. But otherwise, I thought it was certainly a comfortable room. The hotel had a nice breakfast spread. The lobby was nice, and it was a good location for me too, because it was basically right off of 45, right? And then I had to return my rental car back off of the island. So again, it was super easy to just kind of whip around the corner. Although I was a little confused by those kind of like, I don't know, service roads that allow you to kind of go around the underpass without having to sit to the light and turn left, and then sit to the next light and turn left. Don't really see those anywhere other than Texas, but in any event, I was a little confused by those, but otherwise it was definitely a comfortable hotel, and if you're looking for places in the area or whatever to go and get something or whatever, definitely that as well. I'm a Marriott Gold member, so I got upgraded to a Bay View room, and that was one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Okay, Eddie, what about your room? Because I want to know about that.
Yeah, the Wingate.
It was comfortable for what we needed, just for the night. So it wasn't too bad. We don't usually do breakfast or anything like that in this place. We got there, right after Chili's that night. So we took a quick shower, and all I remember is putting my head on that pillow, and I was gone.
Out.
Ali says that the moment, I closed my eyes, I was already snoring. After being up so long, and I'm surprised that she was still up. She was been more awake than me, and she says that I was out like a light. And waking up in the morning, I remember just getting up, getting ready, back, grabbing everything that we had, getting in the car like 8 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. She grabbed me a cup of coffee from the front lobby when she went to give the cars back. And we were gone. Wingate, it seems to be, see the Denny's thing happened next door, and it's all crumbled down and all that. Makes the hotel look like it's under construction. So I'm glad we were on the other side by the street side. I felt like I was at a Days Inn. It's more of the Wingate. So it just it felt old, the hotel.
But, I personally think that's just because it's a beach town, and hotels and beach towns always tend to be a little bit more on the rougher side. But again, my hotel was not it was fine for a night stay for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would want to stay there for like a week or several days or something like that or whatever. And that's just me. Most people would just be like, hey, this is fine. And here's the other thing too. In my opinion, the two most important things about a hotel room is a comfortable bed, which includes a decent pillow.
Yep.
And in a reasonably good condition bathroom. Okay, those are the two important things, really super important things to me. And it had both, so I think you'll be fine. So
yep.
Yeah.
And if you do want those week-long stay places, we do have them here. It's just that the Wingate has a really good price point on it, and I believe Spring Hill Suites does too. They're both under $100 if you're off season. Now, if you come during the summer, the price is going to go up, but it's not going to be $400 a night like Moody Gardens or this other resort out here. What's it called? San Luis Resort. The big one up on Seawall. So we do have some nice resort hotels with like 5-star joints downstairs, steak houses and stuff. But you definitely gonna pay out the wazoo. If you didn't know you had a wazoo, you will find out whenever you get here. how high
we're going back next January again. We're cruising out of on the Royal Caribbean, the Harmony of the Seas next year. Right. So we'll definitely be coming back down again.
Cool. And Leonard Family Fun says the naming ceremony is part of the reason I want to have a great quick grab on my way to the port.
Yeah.
And we can recommend it, but you'll find out if you go there. The Donut Palace is where you need to go. That's our final say on that one.
Like, I feel like too, if I were to come into Galveston again, like I would likely rent a car like I did last time, which I would have to return in Lamarck. So I would probably stay in Texas City or Lamarck, right? And not stay on the island just because I had to backtrack,
right?
And then Uber it back over again. And even though it says it's 16 miles or quote 16 minutes, it felt like it took an hour to get to Lamarck.
Yeah, these are country miles, man. It's country miles out here.
I was like, boy, I was very surprised how long it took to get there.
Yep. And Tanisha, yes, the food trucks are open during the evening hours. Matter of fact, that's whenever they're thriving the most is during the evening, for sure. I love that one. It's on the north end of Broadway around 32nd Street. It's one, matter of fact, DoorDash serves this one, so they have to, they have to be a certain quality, and the place stays jumping. It really does. It's you might find that there is a line whenever you make it there, but it moves quick too. Food trucks are really quick service, and the food is absolutely amazing.
And there's one in Houston that's real famous. It's been on all the big TV news places. And it is, they sell seafood, and people stand in line for it. And it's been on the Today Show, all of that, so.
Yep.
Yeah. Food trucks are a big thing down here.
Yeah, they are.
If I cooked, I would own a food truck.
Yeah. I think she's talking about Turkey Leg Hut. Turkey Leg Hut has.
You like turkey legs, huh?
Love them.
Oh, Lord.
And this place, Turkey Leg Hut, is so famous and so busy that you actually have to
rappers.
Yeah,
big name rappers like Eminem.
I've had a couple of turkey legs in my life. I mean, they're okay. I don't love them. You know what's kind of weird? I think they taste like ham.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You're right.
When I eat a turkey leg, I'm like, is this turkey or is it ham? It tastes like ham to me.
Let me tell you, my kids travel from Dallas down
to
here
come and get a turkey leg.
To get a turkey leg. You can get them in all flavors. They just don't have it in one. They got flavors. All flavors. Yeah.
I've only ever gotten like the ones that like the parks and stuff, right? So,
right.
Are those all flavors? Are those for the Gen Pop?
For Gen Pop.
That's for Gen Pop.
And they have a restaurant as well as a taco truck. I was, it's a turkey leg truck, but yeah.
We've gotten off of. We're eating. Thank you for letting us think about food.
That's right.
Oh
my God! Here we go. Hey!
We got a super chat
from you
and you.
And thank you, Lucky. We appreciate that. Yes.
Lucky, I don't feel well.
Oh, here we go. Captain Billy J says Scott forgot to add that the hotel room also needs a thermostat that he can rig to go up to 150 degrees.
Now, listen, when I was at the Spring Hill in Galveston, I did jack it.
Yep.
I think it was probably I think I jacked it to like 89 degrees.
Yep. And Midlife Travel says we stay at the Best Western Plus Inn and Suites on the Seawall. So you may want to look into that as well.
That's the other thing too. The Spring Hill is like on the opposite side of the island of all of that, right? So it did take me, like, it didn't take me that long because it was later at night and it's off season. There wasn't really any traffic. I just had to like basically drive down Broadway and stop at all the lights, right? So, but so it, you know, it is a little bit further away from all that kind of, you know, the ocean part of Galveston, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Oh yeah.
And here's a comparison on price. The Wingate by Wyndham off-season price is around $80 per night. Harbor House.
No way in hell that I'm going to be paying $400 a night.
Harbor House is $500 a night.
No matter when you go. No, and no.
Yeah, and plus they got limited rooms. You gotta schedule these rooms like 2 or 3 years out.
Yeah,
you know, because they stay sold out.
You got to know when you're going to cruise.
Yep. And
They
here we
better
go.
pay me to stay there. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay there either because that's a deposit.
I know, right? Tinkerbell says this is why we are driving 4 hours Monday of next week because the hotels in Fort Lauderdale are so expensive. A La Quinta is about $275.
Whoa.
Now see, Wingate by Wyndham, the one that Eddie stayed at, it used to be a La Quinta. Now they built one right next door to Spring Hill Suites, which is where Scott stayed. And I thought that they were going to be in hotels next to each other. That would have been cool. But yeah, the La Quinta.
Let me let you know that Wingate did charge me $15 for the car.
Okay.
To park the car in the parking.
Now I think I had free parking, but I've certainly stayed at plenty of hotels that, you know, charge for parking.
Yep.
I mean,
I didn't see that on the website nowhere until we got there.
Right.
She said, there's a $15 parking. I'm like, yeah, excuse me. So, you know, just
so we tend to, you know, do loyalty thing, right? So we are kind of focused in this order. We're focused on Marriott, then IHG, then Hilton.
Right.
And then on the IHG side, we typically will only stay at like Crown Plazas or Intercontinental.
Yeah, Crown Plaza.
We don't typically stay at Holiday Inns or Holiday Inn Expresses. Not that we wouldn't. I'm just saying we don't typically do that. And then on Marriott sides, we typically stay in like Residence Inns and some of the Spring Hill or the Town Place, right? So yeah, it's just our preference. And like I said, so my wife had booked that hotel for me in there just because of, you know, for loyalty points sakes. It wasn't for any kind of, you know, reason otherwise. But in hindsight, it really worked out well for me just because of how convenient it was for me to be able to return my rental car because I had to get back on 45 to do that. So, and it was just super convenient to do that. So.
We love those U-turns. We use them quite frequently.
Yeah, I've never seen those anywhere else in the country. Anywhere else in the country, you have to turn left at the light and then go underneath the underpass and turn left again, you know? So,
yep. Mike Arena says, and a hotel that has hashtag butter toast.
I'm sure they had butter toast down there that morning, but I elected for the coffee.
Adventures with Roxanne has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep. And let's see.
Rob,
I thought I have coffee in the morning. That's
I
it.
couldn't see your message. He sent a message. I couldn't see it.
Tanisha, this place is in Houston. You're gonna have to go there, but be willing to wait at least an hour. Okay, be willing to wait because this place is absolutely just bonkers busy all the time. And from open to close.
And you're gonna see, you're gonna run into people that are famous at this place. It's just not local. Well, you know, it's just not locals. It's famous people that go to this place. You know. And
Elizabeth says,
"It's like I'm never living down my getting funky, getting loose in Mexico."
Oh, you mean this one? That's right.
Yes. You got it with your dance moves.
You got it with your dance moves, Scott.
So,
I'm not-
well, you know,
Yep.
I guess, you know, this is probably a good time to let everybody know that we had such a great time and such an amazing experience in the yacht club that my wife has a big birthday coming in 2024. She turns 50.
Yep.
So for that big milestone birthday, we are sailing the MSC Seashore in the yacht club.
Yep. Edna's World has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And I'm getting ready to get on the getaway. And admittedly, I did go in there and peek today to see if there were any Haven options.
Oh, no. Oh, my
We
goodness.
looked at a Haven.
But the Haven is all sold out. So there isn't any Haven options for me. But
Right.
I did look.
Okay, Jackie, the name of the place is real easy. Turkey Leg Hut. Turkey Leg Hut. It's in the 3rd Ward of Houston. There's plenty of security, not a whole lot of parking, and you got to pack your patience.
Yeah.
Plenty of security. I don't know about that.
If you can,
It's in the
get it to
3rd
go.
ward.
Get it to go. Unless you want to be amongst the big crowd and the loud
The
music and stuff like that. It's a big, like, kind of a star-studded event, if
It
you will.
is.
It's getting a simple turkey leg,
It is.
but if you can
And-
get it,
And they when the kids come down, they'll be down this weekend.
mhm.
They usually stop and say, Mom, you want us to get you a turkey leg, and they'll say, what sides do you want with it, or
Right.
whatever, So yeah, it's
And Midlife Travel says Best Western is around 150-ish, but it can be more certain times of the year.
exactly.
Yep.
It
Hang
depends.
on a second here. Like, hey, don't tell people that, because October 2023?
Okay. Super chat has been missed. We got another one? Oh no. Okay. Well,
So you guys did it. I think you only got 2.
right. Well, hey,
We got
a super chat
from you
and you.
and you.
Thank you. And Elizabeth says we are going to Cozumel and Costa Maya. Watch for an upcoming video in October.
October what? October 37?
Well, hang on. I think we got a
56?
graphic. We got a graphic in for this. Hang on one moment. Bam! There it is. I think it might be 2036 at this point. I'm not sure.
I just love his walkthroughs,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna miss the casino runs.
Well, I mean, I am looking forward to doing the walkthrough on the getaway.
Mhm.
And I just, you know what? I'm a little upset about this NCL situation that I ran into this morning. I got my docs today, right, for getaway, and I did the free at C plus, which gives upgrades you to unlimited internet,
Right.
but it's still just the browse. So then it doesn't offer you an option to upgrade to the actual stream unless you call. Like you can't do it online or through your check-in or through your manager cruise. You have to actually call a number, and then they charge me another $100.
Yep.
Right. So, but again, Norwegian is the pioneer of nickel and dime cruising. So I'm not terribly surprised, but a little perturbed that when you upgrade to that kind of all-inclusive package that includes the Starbucks and the premium drinks and everything else, it should include the premium Wi-Fi as well.
So now we know.
Right.
Okay, because we were going to do that when we get on the, what is it called? The Escape.
Escape.
Yeah. We're going on the Escape in it's
December.
good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does not include the premium Wi-Fi, unfortunately, but it's not like I picked the wrong option either. It's only one option. It's called Free at C Plus. And you pick that and it puts everything together, gives you the unlimited internet versus the 150-minute internet and stuff like that. But then it just does not give you the premium internet. So.
Hey.
Wow.
We got a super chat. From you. Thank you.
And
Midlife
you.
Travels.
And you.
So much.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
Coffee.
Hey, and speaking of drinks, Scott has asked everybody in the chat a question. What is your favorite cruise ship beverage?
Oh man.
So of course I've got several, right? And I would say like on the alcoholic side, it's always been, believe it or not, I know some people will be shocked about this because of all the shade that I throw on Carnival, but I have consistently had my best margarita on a Carnival ship. Right? On Carnival ship, Carnival bartenders for some reason make a better margarita than Royal Caribbean or anybody else that I've sailed. So I am, so that is typically my favorite beverage on a cruise ship and of course on Carnival. However, on the non-alcoholic side, I have a new favorite. And that is this bougie Italian water that I got in the yacht club on MSC called Aquapana, right? And let me tell you, Aquapana is just, I cannot even describe how amazing that water is. There is something about it. You want to just keep drinking it. So,
that's how I feel about
Fiji. Eddie?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Oh,
it has to be. Okay, like Scott says.
I do like my coffee no matter what. Even if it's terrible, I'll still drink it. And I do like NCL coffee. I did find out the brand. I know it's an Italian brand, but it kept slipping my mind. Can't think of it. That morning when we left the hotel, we got a cup of coffee. By the time we made it to the parking lot, I put it on top of the car. We got our luggage and everything. We hurry up and got in the shuttle, and I left it behind. I'm glad it was a hotel cup that I left on top of the car. When we got back, we were expecting to see the cup still on. No, it was not there. It was all gone, disappeared. The wind, took it down. How much coffee was in it? I don't recall. It wasn't the greatest cup of coffee anyway. Hotel's morning breakfast is just to get you out of there. So Alice made it the best she could think of. Brought it to me because I was waiting in the car outside. But every chance I get, I'm always, you guys saw me on the Prima. Even at night, we were, you guys were having a meal, and I was still full. And what did I have? Coffee with rolled with butter. So,
yep,
coffee, yeah.
Coffee. I know you.
Okay, so on the alcoholic side, I discovered something on Norwegian called a Russian Mule, and I really thought that was a refreshing drink. You really couldn't taste much alcohol in it, so there wasn't that like somebody walked over your grave feeling or whatever. But on Norwegian, I did like the strawberry kiwi flavored water that they had in the automatic dispenser. On Carnival, naturally, it has to be the little toddler cups of lemonade. But yeah, that's my favorite so far.
Okay, my favorite, like he said, we tried that Russian. Why did we get that
Russian Mule? I don't know. I just felt like drinking at dinner, and it was just something. Although there was a beer on the Prima called 66 that Scott turned me on to, and I was able to have a cup of it before they quote unquote ran out. And it was a good flavored beer. And it didn't have a whole lot of bitterness to it. It was actually pretty good.
Oh, I also like the grape juice with the fruit in it.
Yes.
It put me to sleep.
But
at Paradise Beach.
Yes, but that was not on the cruise ship. But yes, the sangria at Paradise Beach is absolutely insane. And it will put fruit. And it will put you in this mood right here. Wait a minute. This one.
It definitely will do that. So I have to agree with you, Eddie. I think so far my favorite, just kind of like, regular cruise ship coffee, none of the specialty coffees, right? Just regular everyday cruise ship coffee is Norwegian. Because like I'm always complaining that cruise ship coffee is so weak you can see right through it, right? And that is certainly the case on MSC. Now, because I was in Yacht Club, this time I was able to go over to the other side and get the normal coffee and then come bring it over to Yacht Club, because they have no regular coffee in Yacht Club. You have to go to the other side to get regular coffee. I was able to bring it over to the other side and get some shots of espresso and put them in that, and that made that coffee just perfect, right? But I would say that just right out of the machine, for lack of a better way of putting it, Norwegian coffee definitely was the best coffee I've had.
Yes. So. Even if you ordered it room service, it still was good.
Yeah. I can't say enough about that room service. If you haven't caught our Sea Eats video, we just dropped it on Cruising is Fun Anytime yesterday. And we couldn't get enough of that room service. I'm telling you, that was.
Oh, and I noticed this video that Eddie Lugo Studios put out. It's kind of like a photo collage video. Anyway, there's a video of me in there completely out of uniform. Right. It's probably the one thing that I hate most about all the pictures and videos that were taken of me on this Prima cruise is that I was always out of uniform. Right? Because people are like, who's that guy? Right. Because anyway, but there's a picture of me in there holding a beer, and I am almost certain that was a 66.
66.
It was.
Yep.
Yes.
And we got some answers coming in through the chat. Cruise Nuts like straight tequila.
Whoa.
Yep.
Listen, in that group of pictures, there was a picture of that girl by the pool, and I had to edit the whole thing and get that girl out of there. I got myself in trouble. And I did edit some other pictures, and there was another one of you, Scott. Didn't look right. I said, I got to look for a better one. At least I got to have one picture of you. Yeah. And that was the one I picked. So
I mean, it's a great picture. I appreciate it for sure. But that was a 66 I had in my hand for sure.
Yeah. It had a lot of pictures of Alice in it, so I have to take some out and bring you guys in too, because it was all of us, not right. But the memories was mostly because I take a lot of pictures of her,
right? Yeah,
and not of me, but of her, and then I replaced them and say I gotta add you guys more in, because this was more of a Go Live Together crew than than just me and Alice. So
yeah, but I gotta tell everybody this cruise on the Prima, I said it and I mean it, was the best cruise I've ever been on. Usually we go by ourselves, but lately we've been going on group cruises, and we've been working our way around, but on this cruise it was by far the best people on this cruise ship. I can't say it enough.
Right.
I am thankful God has put these people in my life,
Yep.
And their wives.
And speaking of another, Traveling with Tinkerbell, your other co-host says,
I know,
Virgin Pina Colada and Virgin Mojito. Captain Billy J.
Me and Scott say, the drinkers of the group say,
Captain Billy J says, favorite cruise ship beverage, non-alcoholic Diet Mountain Dew on Carnival and alcoholic Kiss on the Lips.
Oh, yes.
That is a good one.
So on Maravilla, my wife kept ordering these Mojito Zeros, right? And I just thought,
what the hell is a Mojito Zero?
It's not that great to begin with, and then when you take all the alcohol out of it, what's the point?
A Virgin Mojito, yeah. Eddie was
just like me. I don't drink, so yeah. I never thought of asking for a Virgin Mojito. So
and JC,
I had never in my drinking days. I never had a mojito. Much rum that I ever drank in my life. I never had a mojito. I always wanted to taste one. So I think I'm gonna ask for a Virgin Mojito this time, and what happens? See, but I want to see Alice's face when she sees it.
I know, right?
She might be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, we go hook you up on the Paradise, man. We'll try to help.
It's gonna be the celebrity. Scott's gonna have to carry me my beat up body.
Yep. JC, first of all, welcome into the show. And they say, give me a whiskey on the rocks at night. Love it.
Oh,
got it.
Simple.
There you go.
Simple.
Pick it up.
Yeah. Cruising on the high seas.
And travel.
Says, any new booking out of Galveston for 2026 yet? Need a cruise out of there on NCL? Not yet. Not yet. But we will be looking at 2025 pretty soon. I know that we got a plan next year, like real soon.
Yeah, because we got 2 at the end of this year.
Yeah, we're leaving out of Galveston in January 2025 for my 60th birthday on the Harmony. With, Tropical Like It's Hot, which I believe you guys are in it also. And it's running by Have a Luggage for Travel. They're running that booking, and it's an Huddle's Adventures group. So we're definitely in that one, since we were going to do the Caribbean Conquest, but that whole group cruise got canceled.
Right.
Due to rise of prices that I was not going to put anybody through. And so we end up, Alice decided to go on that one to still celebrate my 60th. Then we're doing the Escape in May out of Miami or Port Canaveral. I think it's Port Canaveral. The Escape in Seattle or Miami, one of the two. And then we have the Aqua, I believe, out of Miami in September or October. And then, of course, the Joy in out of Port Canaveral in November 2025.
Nice.
So we have four cruises next year. So three with the NCL.
The Astute Tourist has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning.
And let's see. Boop, 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 boop,
Controversial cruising.
Yeah, he was talking about how the Mojito Zero is just like zero sugar, but I wouldn't argue with you, but I think the ones that she was getting was also zero alcohol. So maybe it was a Virgin Zero. I don't know, but and she was drinking an awful lot of them. And for me, there's like a mint. I think they put mint in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't care for mint. So on MSC, their private island is called Ocean Cay, and then they have a drink that's called Ocean Cay, and it's very similar to a mojito, but it's got coconut rum in it, and it's blue, and it's got the mint in it. And I had one; it was okay. I didn't love it, but again, it's because of the mint. So and for 2 ships in a row, both on NCL and on MSC, I couldn't get sangria. They did not have sangria on either ship's bar menu.
Oh no!
Very disappointed. So I ended up drinking a lot of Coronas.
No grape
that'll
juice.
work. Nettie and JT has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
With the lime.
And Elizabeth says zero was zero alcohol on MSC.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you have the lime on the Coronas or no?
Oh yeah, always.
Of course.
Makes it taste better.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
From what I remember.
Yeah,
Alice, I do not drink now, okay? I
oh.
don't know why you're smacking my beat around.
Right.
In fact, one time I was actually on Ocean Cay in a cabana. I think it was on my November Thanksgiving cruise, and I was on Ocean Cay and I was ordering Coronas, and they ran out of lime and they started bringing me Coronas with lemon in it, and it's definitely not the same thing.
Nope. Has to be a lime.
Cheryl is proclaiming her Scottish side. Cheryl, look at her. She has that gown. I mean,
I'm cold.
It's a blanket. It's 40 something degrees outside, y'all. We're not used to this.
Scottish dress.
Listen, there was these 2 guys that came to my house today to install an appliance very early this morning, and it was not cold in my house. In fact, within the first 5 minutes, they were like peeling layers off of themselves. Right. And it wasn't a very difficult install, but by the time they left, they had sweat pouring off.
Sad.
He was in there cooking them guys, man.
Sad,
oh my God.
Sad.
Okay. And there's no smooth way to go into this. So, Eddie, tell us about this group cruise we got coming up.
That's right. October 28th, leaving out of Tampa, Florida, on the Carnival Paradise. we're definitely going to be on a 6-day cruise, leaving out of Tampa, going to Key West for some key lime pie, Cuban coffee, Cuban sandwiches, run around Canal Street, do all that crazy stuff, and Port of Key West. From there, we're going to go to Montego Bay, Jamaica, man, and Grand Cayman, and back to Tampa. Yes, on the Carnival Paradise, October 28, 2024. Call Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel to book your cabin. I still got 4 cabins left available. Yes, let's get to it. The sooner, the better. It's a very nice price. It's a smaller ship, older ship, but it's going to be more acquainted, less bigger group. So we get to be around ourselves a lot more. So we're definitely going to have a great time. It's going to be during Halloween. It's going to be during this guy's here's birthday, Scott and Jeremy. So let's come and celebrate, and let's have a great time. Please get in touch with Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel to get your cabin going. Yes, thank you.
Lugo Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Come join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
And we got a temperature update.
No.
In Scott House, it is 79,000 degrees here.
No.
I believe it. I believe it.
Let's take a look here. Okay, so here's what it is. Okay, so the thermostat is set at 77, but it's currently 78 degrees.
In general pop.
It's hot.
I am the only person on this floor where it's 78 degrees. Now, if you believe the thermostat itself, it says it's 82, right?
Oh.
But wait a minute. But that's because it's right up here, and right down underneath it is my computer, and it's got a vent on the top of it, and it's exhausting all of the air straight up to the thermostat. So that's why it thinks it's 82 degrees, but it's not. So.
I believe Beth.
Yeah.
You have a liquid cooled machine, man.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So the radiator, right? So the radiator for the radiator that has the 3 fans on it that circulates the coolant, it then dissipates the heat straight up at that thermostat. So that's why it's warmer. So
the astute tourist says it is currently 37 degrees Fahrenheit.
Man, that's cold.
Up in New Hampshire.
That's cold.
Yeah, so like outside here, it's actually 33 degrees.
Nice.
So,
here's 56 and rain.
Let me see. The Bud Files have made it in. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
And Elizabeth says, excuses. Yep.
I know, right?
she and I have never in our entire cruising career been locked in a stronger battle for a thermostat than we were on this last cruise.
Yep.
We were battling.
Yes, we were. She hit the quick cool button as soon as we got there, and for 3 days, I was freezing. I slept. Me and Hannah both. We finally put on our hoodies and slept in our hoodies. Okay. We were like, no, because in the middle of the night, I would get up and turn it almost to the middle section up there.
And when I got up,
and when she got up, she hit the quick cool button.
I did.
Oh my God.
Battle.
It was terrible. Normally
we got in, and that none of us touched anything in our cabin. They called the whole time.
Oh, that'll work. Ours was freezing. Absolutely freezing.
What kind of freezing? You said Arctic what?
Arctic blast.
Whirlpool.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was
of course, like we were suffering from the same issues that, a lot of people, I'm sure by now I've seen on social media that, some of the ships in like Jamaica and Grand Cayman and stuff, mean, we were experiencing the same system. So we couldn't go to 2 of our ports. We couldn't go to Port Canaveral. That wasn't a big loss. I mean, I really hate that about Northeast cruises, that they always stop there. And it's mostly, the ships mostly stop there for provisioning.
Mm-hmm.
Especially a ship from the Northeast, because it's way cheaper for the cruise lines to provision the ships in Florida than it is in New York or North Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So they always stop in Port Canaveral to reprovision, but there's just nothing to do there. Even the excursions are very limited, and in my opinion, not very interesting. So so anyway, so we didn't stop there. And then of course we didn't stop at the private island. And that was a really big reason why we were on that ship to begin with, so that my wife could actually experience MSC's private island. But we didn't make it there. So alternatively, we went to Miami. We had a very nice day in Miami, although we didn't do anything because we weren't expecting it. And then we had I think an equally nice day in Nassau. We walked all the way down to the end, to an area of Nassau. It's about a 2.5 mile walk from the port, or from the ships. It's an area they call the Fish Fry, and it's just a collection of restaurants and small little venues and stuff down there that sell conch salads and other type of stuff. We had a very nice day down there. It was a beautiful, gorgeous day, and it was really our only warm day as well. So it was sunny and about 77, 78 degrees. It was very nice. Really enjoyed ourselves. So it was the best of the entire cruise. And then of course, the ship was rocking and rolling so bad that we literally had to take everything off the counters and off the tables and everything else and kind of secure it, because the ship was listing so much. Things were sliding literally and banging against each other and stuff. It was definitely a rough cruise when it comes to that, but not the worst one I've ever been on. So.
Yep. And let's see.
The worst one you've ever been on was when we were on the Celebrate. What was it that you got up with the
Well, the ship was making old ship creaking noises. I thought that ship was brand new.
Celebration?
And the Celebration. And it was creaking.
Because we were
going, remember, it has to mold in.
On $1 billion cruise ship, there should not be
some parts are going on.
I agree. My first time on Anthem of the Seas was only a year old, and there was something banging back and forth in the wall, and I kept telling guest services about it. And then finally they said, well, if it happens, tonight or whatever, call us, we'll send security up, and security will get a video of it. Like they have those cameras on they're wearing or whatever. So security came. And they came in and they recorded it, and you could hear it or whatever. And then the cruise line ended up giving us 25% off a next cruise, because they finally kind of, believed me, for lack of a better way of putting it. But and that ship was only a year old too, so I don't get it. But the worst ship I was ever on, as far as movement goes, was Grandeur of the Seas. We had a ocean view, so we had a window, sitting at the desk, looking out the window. Literally nonstop, constantly. One moment I could look out and all I could see was sky. And the next time I looked out, all I could see was ocean. And it just kept doing that from about the coast of Georgia all the way to Baltimore.
What I'm used to is the breeze coming back either from Progresso or Cozumel. It doesn't matter, but you're going to run into rough seas coming back from those ports. But on the Prima, I did not feel that.
I didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it.
The Prima was definitely a nice, stabilized sailing for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, I would like to thank everybody who came into the show today. We definitely enjoyed having you guys, and with your comments and chats and everything. We're looking forward to having another good week of shows lined up for you this week. And everybody take care of each other out there. We love you guys so much. Hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And my like button is not working. Okay. Well, see you later, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye.
Well.